Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy ZT back at it again with another part of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Whitebeard. We ended the What If last time with Deku meeting the new student called Shiva. Let's get into Shiva's character. Shiva is a hot-headed big girl, 6.3 feet tall, huge muscular body, even though she's a female, and her ability called Star Combo. Star Combo works just as Derrieri's ability from Nanatsu no Taizai. Each consecutive strike on an enemy leads into a huge boost in power, more and more and more. But with a twist, her ability also has the side effect of stealing energy from somebody. So, if she can land consecutive strikes on people, she can reach heights even All Might can't reach with her ability. Let's say she can land 100 consecutive strikes. She can destroy a building in one punch at that point. That's how strong her ability is. But her being a buff big girl, she doesn't have a bit too much speed on her hand. So that's the identity of Shiva. Last time we stopped by as I was saying, yo, motherfuckers, get into your gym PE clothes and get your asses outside. That's how it goes. So everybody got outside and they were preparing themselves. And Aizawa came out and said, yo, we have this and this today. Let's do it. Just like in the anime, I don't want to keep going at it and at it. The students were shook at first, but Ozawa called on to Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya, come out here, boy. So Izuku came out between the crowds, big, huge as fuck, bulging muscles and everything. He stood in front of Aizawa. Aizawa looking at him like, damn, kid, what were they feeding you? Deku looked at him. What do you need, sir? Being respectful and all, Aizawa said, here, take the ball. Throw it as far as you can, using your quirk. Deku looked at him and said, using my quirk, sir? Yeah, using your quirk. Deku created a white sphere in his hand and started throwing the ball. But before he threw it, he noticed that Aizawa cancelled his quirk. Yet Deku kept the movement of his hand and threw the ball, landing it at 600 feet away. Aizawa said, but I cancelled your quirk. My quirk is not physical, sir. That is my pure strength. I am an emitter. That's my quirk. I am an emitter, and I can do some things with it. Deku looked at him, and Aizawa looked at him with a flame in his eyes and said to Deku, go at it again, using your power. Deku looked at him. I got you, sir. Deku grabbed the ball and looked at it, creating a white sphere around it. The ball started distorting and changing the way it goes. Then Deku grabbed it, did the pose, and threw the ball as hard as he can. And the moment he threw the ball, you can see a crack in the air, and the ball propelled farther and farther every time, keeps propelling because of the tremors, and the ball landed at 1200 meters. Everybody was shook, and Bakugo looked at him and said, I've seen some of your powers. This isn't your tops. But Deku said, you know what my power can result. You know what it can do. So shut up. Deku looked at everybody having chills running down their spines, and looked at him as he is the rock in their way. Bakugo went after him. Bakugo, now having much more control over his power and mastery over the quirk, propelled his hand from behind, did a spin, gathering energy and momentum and momentum and momentum. And the moment he reached the maximum, he stopped dead in his feet, taking all the momentum from him, spinning and landing a blow. A huge explosion bursting from his hand, and he threw it as far as he can, breaking 10,000 feet. The power of Deku, of Bakugo, what he did right now is not the full power, because his full power is less than that. What he did was him creating momentum, him being smart in using his power. He created momentum. He did the same as the howitzer explosion, howitzer missile, but on the ground he started spinning, and threw it with an explosion at the end, landing at 10,000 feet meters. Everybody was shook. Everybody was amazed. And then Uraka the cunt came and threw the ball into infinity. Yay! So yeah, everything goes as in the usual anime, but now the placement of the students have changed. Deku at top, Bakugo at second, Todoroki as third, and Lady Shiva as fourth. Her ability does not let her prove how much strong she can get. So we jump. Then Aizawa said, "Nobody's getting expelled. Did you losers think that would happen?" So yeah, Aizawa would never talk like this. Don't take it. I'm doing this expression of him. So yeah, everybody went and changed and went to class as usual. Deku was going out of class by the end of the day and was walking home. The two people who walked with him home was Bakugo, because he formed with him some kind of a relationship, and Lady Shiva, because she took interest in him, and she know if she follows his teachings, maybe she can get stronger. We go back into the home of the Midoriyas. Deku talking to his mom about his first day. His mom congratulating him and everything. His mom is not dead in this what if I remember correctly. It's been too long since I created it. So Deku chilled in his room, laying down in his bed, and he's having thoughts and ideas running up his mind, and then he went into sleep. He slept at that moment, and he woke up in the other world, the world in the mindscape, and then Edward welcomed him again. "Hello, young Izuku. It's been a while, hasn't it?" Deku said, "It's been such a long time, Sir Edward." "You called me here for a reason, I can tell. What is it?" Edward looked at him and said, "It's time now to teach you a special ability of my world. Just of my world. This ability is called haki. In none of this world, people can inherit haki but you, because you are my reincarnation, if you know." Deku said, "Makes sense." And Deku sat down, and Edward started explaining the basics of haki. What is haki? There is three parts to haki and all of that. Armament and observation and conqueror's haki. He explained the three parts and everything. And Deku looked at him. This will take a long time to master." Edward looked at him. "It will take most of your life to master these abilities, but if you divide them into categories, you can succeed in some of them." And then Edward looked at him. "Let's start with observation haki. You can predict some things and stuff, so that is the easiest one to start from. It's not the easiest one, it's the fucked up one between them, but let's start with it." Deku started meditating and creating battles in his head with Edward, and started looking at his movement and stuff, and started to predict movement and stuff. So that is the first haki he will be learning, but it will take time until the moment he starts using it. We jump back at Deku waking up from his slumber and going to have breakfast and going to school. This time, the one that jumped was All Might. All Might got into class as usual. Nobody fears because I am here. All Might being the fucking dickhead as usual, and got into class. And everybody was gawking at him, was looking at his Silver Age costume and stuff. Deku, and then everybody got into their costumes, and then Deku got from the changing rooms with this huge thing on his back. I don't know what they called, but classic robe from oh, from Edward, the costume of Whitebeard, if you know, bare chest with that robe on his shoulders, him carrying his huge staff, and he started walking towards him. All Might looked at him and said, "Kid, you know how to make an entrance." And then he explained the basics of the hero vs villain battles. Then he picked the teams: Lady Shiva in Deku vs Bakugo and Ida. That's in the anime. So they got into their positions, and Shiva, trying to be the hard ass that she is, said to Deku, "Don't get in my way." Deku said, "Teamwork makes the dream work." Shiva looked at him. "I never expected you to say such a wimpy thing." Deku said, "That is the logical thing to do. So either you follow my way or you get out. I'm not here to lose to anyone, and I'm not here to fail because of you." Shiva felt intimidated by the words of Deku in his clear vision for his future, and him as a personality and charisma. So she followed the teachings of Deku. She started walking next to him and she said, "What is your ability?" Deku looked at her. "I won't be using my ability in this fight, only physical prowess." Shiva looked at him like, "Why?" "My power is called the Tremor. I can punch surfaces and create huge shockwaves that can destroy even the world if I want to." Shiva looked at him and started, "Stop bullshitting. That's too much, even for you." "You bet I can't do that," Deku said, seeing the smirk on his face, and that gave her a chill through her spine. And she looked at him. "You're not even joking." Pretty interesting. "So yeah, I won't be using my ability for the safety of you, Bakugo, and that Ida kid. So take my word, and don't engage Bakugo, especially with your ability. I know what it is. Star combo, right? You need to fight consecutive enemies so you can gather power or steal energy, but you can't fight right now. So I advise you, look for the bomb and let me deal with Bakugo on my own. This will be a brutal battle, and the whole building will be shaking from this fight." So she took his words and she went looking for the bomb, and then Deku looked through the hallway and said, "Get your ass out of here, Bakugo. I know you want that. You want this smoke." Bakugo got out and looked at Deku. "We have the same ideas, huh? Let's get into it." Bakugo took a fighting stance. Deku took a fighting stance with his staff. He will be using the staff only. Bakugo said, "Don't disappoint me, and don't give me that crap about not using your quirk." Deku looked at him, and Bakugo looked at the same time, and they engaged. Bakugo stepping so fast, using explosion to propel himself down above Deku and landing behind him, trying to land a spinning kick. Deku used the staff to block the attack, and then he grabbed Bakugo's leg in the middle of air, and he slammed him to the ground. Bakugo, before getting slammed into the ground, used some small explosion to propel himself, not take the full blunt damage of that attack. He jumped in the air doing a backflip and landed on his legs. Bakugo, yeah, that was a nice attack of you, Deku said, and Bakugo said, "I'm getting better and better." So Bakugo looked at him and Deku looked at him, and then Deku started running, blitzing right into Bakugo. Bakugo seeing the speed of Deku, even though he's huge. Bakugo tried to lift his guard up, but Deku used the staff to smash Bakugo through the wall and sending him flying to an open area in the building. They looked at each other. We can take it pretty much seriously right here. Bakugo blitzed towards Deku and started using a huge, small explosion as fast as he can, blowing chunks of Deku's robe. And then Deku looked at him. While Bakugo is doing that consecutive shit, Deku grabbed his neck and slammed him into the ground. You think that would work on me? Then Bakugo said, I know this will work on you. Bakugo put his hand together and he shot an AP shot towards Deku. Deku used his metal staff to try to block some of it, but the metal staff that got destroyed like a hot knife in the butter. And then Deku, before he gets hit, he tried to dodge and the attack nipped him, taking some chunk of Deku's body. Bakugo and everybody was Bakugo was smiling. Deku was smiling too. And then Deku said, you're getting on my level now. Let's get it. Every student in All Might was fearing for what will happen through this vicious battle. Deku got up, threw the staff to the side, and looked at Bakugo. Bakugo did the same. I know your weakness now. Deku looked at him. You call it weakness? Let me show you some of it. Deku put his hand together in a position, making Bakugo think he will use his power. Bakugo had this pale look in his eyes, looking at Deku. And then Deku smirked at him and blitzed toward Bakugo, lifting him up and slamming him as hard as he can, then jumping into the sky, landing boots first in Bakugo's stomach, knocking Bakugo out. Next time, don't think ahead, try to predict, not overthink stuff. Bakugo, in his last breath before getting knocked out, said, again, you got me. Yeah. He got knocked out. Deku walked to the third floor, seeing Lady Shiva stealing energy from from Ida. Ida was starting to feel dizzy, nauseous, and tired. And then Deku looked at her. That's some cowardly way to fight, you know that? And Shiva looked at him. Shut up. He's much faster than me, and I know I can't land hits on him, so my ability won't work. So this is the best I can do. Deku looked at her. You better finish the fight right now. Ida fell to the ground on his knees while Deku walked right past him and touched the bomb, declaring them the winners. Bakugo was taken to the infirmary because people thought that something inside of him bursted from the powers and stuff he was taking. Deku was also sent to the infirmary to get patched up because of his burn and stuff on his chest, on his stomach. So that went like that, and Deku was pretty stoked, and he felt pretty happy because the fight went amazing. Deku went to where All Might was, and All Might said, why do you think the hero team won? Momoya Hirozu was about to answer, and then Deku said, we won because we had the best fighting abilities. We didn't use destructive power because the collateral damage would be too great and it would lead into massive losses for the companies, and it may cause a human loss. That is why I didn't use my power to destroy. Momo looked at Deku. You're smart too, huh? I didn't expect a huge meatball like you to be this smart. All Might looked at him and said, correct answer. Inside, All Might said, I wasn't about to explain it like that. Oh shit, this kid is smart. Deku looked at All Might. All Might looked at him and they shook their hands, solidifying that they have respect for each other. And this is when I will be stopping this what if. Now to the real talk. Let's start by me explaining the breaks. To me, as a person, I get burnt out on stuff real fast. I know I put you down, then I disappointed many of your watchers. I left you hanging like that, even though you show me only love and support. But I have to say this to anyone who is suffering from mental health and stuff. Please seek help. Please seek help. Sometimes you're in that dark place and you get some weird ideas and stuff. You need to get help, bro. Even if you can't get professional help, look for someone. A friend, tell him, don't leave it all inside because that would cause you to explode. To me, I found, how can I say it? This one person, helped me through so much in life. He actually pretty much changed my life. I was a dark person in the past. I was a gloomy person. Now I can only feel smile. I can only have smiles on my face. That's how much that person changed me by only doing one thing, and that one thing was listening. And thank you, I want to say to him. I know you are watching this channel. I know you are sub to me. And I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for everything up till now. This is my special thanks to you for sticking by me, for helping me through the difficult times. And I appreciate you. And you are a blessing to me. So, yeah, I wanted to say those words to the people who feel afraid to seek help through the dark times. Please do. Don't leave it all inside. I promise, once you spit it out, you start to feel much, much, much more better. Just don't leave it all inside. And that, without further ado, this was your boy Xenon ZT. I'm back. And I hope you enjoyed this what if. And thank you all for 711 subscribers. I never expected this channel to go this far. Really. I was expecting to stay at 30 subscribers, but I guess you kind of enjoy my content with all the things and all the appreciation from me. Thank you. You've been a great help to me. And I'm back. Don't forget to drop a comment of what you want to see next. And without shit's gonna change. A lot of stuff is gonna change. So yeah, this is your boy Xenon ZT. I'ma see y'all in the next one. Peace.